Let us start with our top story today, a new problem for the president and the federal health care website. That report of advanced warnings before its troubled launch. NBC's Peter Alexander's at the White House with more on this. Peter, good morning.
Matt, good morning to you. We're going to show you some of those details in a moment, but first, the private contractor Verizon Terramark that hosts a significant part of the Obamacare website suffered another system outage overnight as the Health and Human Services Secretary Kathleen Sebelius prepares to defend against new criticism today. Today, it's Kathleen Sebelius' turn on the hot seat, facing a highly skeptical Republican-led House committee.
It's one of those classics, either you fail to plan or you plan to fail, and we'll seek answers in that regard.
Lawmakers will be armed with new evidence of warnings about the crippled Obamacare website 1 month before it launched. Overnight, NBC News obtained this status report that's been submitted to Congress from healthcare.gov's main contractor, indicating CGI reported significant concerns whether the site was ready to go. One heading describes top risks currently open and says the testing timeframes are not adequate to complete full functional system and integration testing activities.
This initial experience has not lived up to our expectations or the expectations of the American people, and it is not acceptable.
Following Medicare Chief Marilyn Tavenner, who testified and apologized Tuesday, Sebelius will read nearly identical remarks. The initial consumer experience of healthcare.gov has not lived up to the expectations of the American people and is not acceptable. Today in Boston, at the very site where former Governor Mitt Romney signed Massachusetts health care law, President Obama will tout the benefits of the Affordable Care Act. But it's his past promises that have put the White House on the defensive.
If you like your health care plan, you'll be able to keep your health care plan. Period.
As NBC News has been reporting since Monday, many Americans who buy individual coverage have been notified that their current policy will be canceled or changed because it doesn't meet Obamacare's minimum standards. Among the nearly 2 million facing the prospect of having to get new insurance, Michael Salamone in St. Louis.
We were told to expect something, and right now they're really not meeting up to our expectations.
Now, to be clear, 80% of Americans are not impacted by those cancellations or changes because they get their insurance either through their employer or through the government. The White House emphasizes those losing their policies are getting better, more comprehensive plans, with roughly half of those affected eligible for subsidies. As for that status report, Savannah, an administration official says the report was, quote, not a dire warning, but more of a list of things to do. Savannah?
All right, Peter Alexander.